Hello and welcome to another re-picking of the Oscars. This is going to be our last one where we're redoing the Oscars. I think we're probably a little sizzle for this, but we're probably going to just do our own Oscars for 2019 separately from the best film of the year. But today I'm joined with 6 hosts, including myself. We got Evan.
Hey.
Margot.
Howdy.
Hannah.
Hi.
Theo.
That's show business.
And Eve.
Hello.
And we're here picking the Oscars, or repicking them, I should say, of 2018. And the first category, as always, is going to be the Hodgepodge Technical Award, which is going to be cinematography, editing, sound design, costuming, all that good stuff. And Evan, you are up first. What is your nominee?
Okay, so this is all the technical awards?
Yeah, so it's basically all of it lumped into one category.
Okay, someone else start first, please.
Okay, I can go first.
I got mine too.
Actually, wait, could we pause while I'm gonna pull up the notes real quick because I need to write down people's nominees. I know.
I wrote all mine down when you guys are all talking.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I've been taking notes,
I did too.
No, that was like the last one that I thought of, and then I didn't want to. Oh no. Okay, I messed up.
You're good.
Dang.
You're good. Make a copy and then move this. Touching hands. Touching you.
Not allowed.
Okay.
Actually, is anybody gonna pick the favorite for that one, for that section?
I was.
Okay, I won't pick it then. It's fine.
I can think of something else.
No, because Margaret, you said you're gonna go with Spider-Man, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Evan, just go whenever you want.
Okay, yeah. So, the film I think has like the best of all the technical aspects in film, to me, of 2018 was Annihilation.
Woo.
Ooh.
That movie
Love
is
that.
just gorgeous.
Love that.
I actually missed it in the theaters when it came out because I wasn't super interested in it because it looked kind of dumb. But when I watched it, like at home, like I was actually blown away. Like I gave it a 5 stars initially because I just think I really liked the story aspects, but the visuals were also just really, really interesting to me. And like the final sequence, I thought was like really well done, even though others don't think so. So yeah, it's more for just like the way it's shot and the special effects rather than like the costuming and everything. But that would definitely be one of the most visually striking films of that year.
Okay, dope. Margot, what is going to be your pick?
Surprise to no one. Spider-Verse. It looks sexy as hell. The cinematography's great. I wish like animated movies were like more recognized for their cinematography, because I feel like it's way easier to not care about cinematography for a live action film, but with animation you really have to like put in a lot of thought to the cinematography because you have to really plan out every shot. And the cinematography and lighting and all that stuff in Spider-Verse is beautiful, along
Top
with
tier.
score and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah, no, definitely agree with that pick. And one of the cool parts of seeing just all the people sharing how they made that movie possible, even the things like how they made the soundtrack and how they were playing with instruments, was really fun to watch. But Hannah, what is going to be your nominee?
All right, mine is going to be American Animals. It's mostly here for me because of the editing, and it got like no love during awards season last year, except at the Spirit Awards. It did get a nomination there, but the editing and like the soundtrack, the score, just like everything about this movie is chef's kiss. Love it the most.
Sweet, great pick. Sorry, my sister was asking something from me. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's a great pick, Hannah. Yeah, no, I definitely get, especially the editing. It's a really squirrely movie. And Yorgos, yes, chef kissed indeed. And I'm up. So my nominee is actually going to be Isle of Dogs. And I know the stop motion animation is phenomenal. However, I think the thing that pops for me the most is the soundtrack for this film. I just think it has such a unique rhythm to it, and it really elevates the film for me. And that's from Des Platt, and he's got just an interesting talent. He also did the Shape of Water score a year ago. He's worked with Anderson, and he really understands what he requires. So yeah, that's going to be my nominee. Theo, you're up. What is your pick?
Ooh, so you guys have all picked a bunch of good ones.
Oh no.
And so you know, I was just gonna say I was actually gonna pick Free Solo, because I really
Interesting.
I to this day I actually think it's one of the most interesting documentaries I've seen, and I wasn't bored once the entire way, and I think that's really commendable to me, because usually when I watch a documentary, I'm watching it because I know it's good for me, like it's a vegetable. But like they're harder to like appreciate than something that's like very fun, you know? And so Free Solo felt to me like I was just really impressed with the way that it went way above and beyond what like a documentary I think is people think of, especially
especially because all the things he's doing, a camera crew's following him.
Yep, totally. It was just the vertigo induced, as well as those like 3D diagram things plotting out like what his path would be. I thought were just really well done. So yeah, I'm actually gonna pick Free Solo.
Nice. And then Eve, you are rounding us out. What is your nominee?
My nominee is probably gonna be Sorry to Bother You.
Yes.
I pick it
Yes,
because
thank you.
Yes.
there's so many reasons. First of all, it's just like the most visually like pleasing movie of 2018 for me. It just looks gorgeous, and the costumes are all like funky and weird, which I love. So yeah, it's just like it was like eye candy the whole time.
Yeah, no, I also love the editing in that film.
Yeah.
Amazing
it's
movie.
It's amazing.
Okay, so Evan, what is going to be your pick out of these 6? We have, just to repeat, Annihilation, Spider-Verse, The Favorite, Isle of Dogs, Free Solo, and Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, I'm definitely not picking mine. I'm going with Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, nice.
No.
Margot, what is going to be your pick?
I'm like torn between Spider-Verse and Sorry to Bother You, but I think Sorry to Bother You fits more categories than Spider-Verse does.
Interesting. Nice. Hannah, what is going to be your nominee?
Wait, what were the choices again? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Annihilation, Spider-Verse, The Favorite, Isle of Dogs, Free Solo, and Sorry to Bother You.
Who nominated The Favorite?
Wait, sorry. Hannah, what did you nominate?
I nominated American Animals.
Oh my God.
You just
Oh,
snubbed
no.
American Animals in our own choosing.
No,
Right?
I'm sorry.
Right.
The
When my
American
sister came
Animals
in-
erasure.
No, when my sister came in, oh God, why did no one correct me when I said, yep, Yorgos is crazy?
Because is
I
that
have no idea
statement
what you're
false?
talking about.
I was too honed in on picking Sorry to Bother You
Oh
after you
my
said this. So
God. I heard
I mean,
it,
but
I was like,
Yorgos is crazy. So
Right.
like,
I'm
I
sorry.
heard it, but I was
I'm
like,
still
I
decompressing
must have
from-
heard it wrong.
Yeah. Hannah, what's your pick? American Animals is there.
American Animals. I'm gonna go with American Animals.
Gotcha. I'm actually gonna, oh God. I really want to pick Spider-Verse. I'm going to stick with Spider-Verse. Theo, what's your pick?
so I was actually gonna nominate Sorry to Bother You myself, but so I'm gonna have
Really? Okay.
I'm gonna go with Sorry to
Amazing.
Bother You. I
Amazing,
just kind of wanted to
amazing.
choose something a little bit different, but I'm glad I got
Sorry to
nominated.
bother you. Boots, Riley, and Co. getting this technical award. That's awesome.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
That's
and
great.
We love that.
then, Margot, you are up first with supporting actor.
Supporting actor. Okay, let me look at my notes.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
You've seen American Animals. Okay. Would you consider Evan
Any
leading
any
or
of them-
supporting?
Any of them are supporting,
they're all supporting. Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I know
but
that
wanna
sounds
make
weird,
sure.
but
That's what I thought, but I want to make sure.
yeah. If someone disagrees, all right.
I mean, I think
Wasn't Viola Davis supporting?
No.
She was lead? Oh no. Was Viola Davis supporting for the
Widows?
Denzel Washington movie? No, the Fences.
Oh.
She was supporting, right?
Yeah.
Because she's in that movie like over 50%. But As
I
long as
think-
it's not like a dead lead, like you're fine.
Yeah, I think that someone can make the case for Barry Keoghan being the lead, but
Yeah.
as long as Evan Peters is in supporting, I'm good.
But Margot, what is your nominee?
My nominee is Josh Hamilton, the dad in 8th grade.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Oh, that's great.
He is the only person I could think of. But I
Oh,
thought he
of
did a
course.
really good job in 8th grade.
Interesting.
Like, the dad was such a good character, and I thought he played him really well.
Awesome. Great nominee. And then Hannah, what is going to be your nominee?
My nominee is going to be Evan Peters in American Animals. I think I've said this before that I think that Evan Peters plays chaotic characters the best, like out of anyone that I've seen. I don't know why, but he just has this like certain energy to him in like every role that like it's kind of like chaotic. And here he really balances that with a lot of like comedy and dramatic stuff, and also being like in a lot. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but in a lot of scenes, he's just he's on like 10 all the time in the movie, like throughout the whole thing. And there's never a moment that you like feel his like energy like going down, and it's great.
Nice. And then I am up. So my pick, I actually thought I might be misremembering how Hannah feels about this film. But I actually thought this would be one that would be picked by a couple people, so I was a little bit worried. But my pick is going to be Chris Hemsworth in Bad Times at El Royale.
I love
that's
Bad
great.
Times.
Yeah, if nothing for the dance scene, I think this is one of the best. I don't know if it's the best, but I'll say this: it's one of the most pivotal for me because I really was enjoying Bad Times. But I think as soon as he comes in, he steals the show for me. And I know a lot of people really don't like that performance as much as
I was
like,
gonna say it's divisive.
yeah, and I completely understand that, but I love how off the wall he goes, and just both Hemsworth and Evans doing Knives Out and Bad Times at El Royale after the or not after the MCU, but just as a side piece, it's really cool. But Theo, you're up. What is going to be your pick?
I thought about this, but I just really can't pick anyone else but my boy Steven Yeun and
Yay!
Burning.
That is great.
I'm so happy you said that.
He's amazing. Go watch the movie.
I need to see that. Yeah.
Do you know?
I still
You know
gotta
what I'm
see
so
it.
upset about? I think it's probably going to be in a way like indie buzz for a nomination. But there's a movie that's playing at Sundance, and like I didn't fill out like my forms in time for like volunteering, and it's one of the ones I was like most excited about. Where Steven Yeun is, I forget, I think it's set in like Arkansas or something like that, and he's like the lead role, and he's like a father to this little kid. And I was like, yes, like Steve Yeun just playing a dad, like give me
Need
100
that.
of these movies.
He's a
Just
great.
Steven Yeun in more movies, please.
Yeah, no, that's what we all want. But Eve, what is going to be your pick for this category?
I'm gonna have to go with Richard E. Grant and
Ooh.
Great pick.
Ooh.
and Can You Ever Forgive Me? Because I mean he's gay and he's just working at the movie.
That's all you need.
Had a great time.
Nice. And then finally, Evan, you're going to round us out. What's going to be your nominee?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no one ended up picking mine. That's good. Actually, I have like the safest pick possible, but I actually like this would be my number one choice. Was actually Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born.
Oh.
Like, okay, his role is like super limited, but it's like probably the best thing about that movie. Honestly, like it's really easy to really root for like the two leads, but like he does such a good job like bringing like a lot of emotional weight that's in that movie. Making it like just less cheesy, I guess if you could say. But I really like that movie. So
No, I definitely understand that.
that's my nominee.
Sweet. So we got Josh Hamilton, Evan Peters, Chris Hemsworth, Steven Yeun, Richard E. Grant, Sam Elliott. Margot, what is going to be your pick?
Well, I haven't seen any of the other movies except for A Star Is Born in 8th grade. So I'm just gonna stick with my boy Josh Hamilton.
Nice. Hannah, what is going to be your pick?
I do want to say that Alex Wolff was a honorable mention for me in Hereditary. I was hoping someone else would pick him, but no one did. But my pick is going to be Stephen Ewan.
Oh, interesting. I was actually gonna go with Yoon as well.
I'm sorry, I have to go with Yoon.
Okay, nice. Eve, what is gonna be your pick?
I haven't seen Burning yet, so I'm gonna have to stick with my man Richard E. Grant.
That is perfectly fine. Evan, what is gonna be your pick? You sticking with Elliot?
Yeah, because I haven't seen any of the other ones. Well, I've seen a couple of them, but yeah.
If you haven't seen Burning, definitely check that out. It's
Yeah.
one of the
Let's
films
watch
that's
Burning.
That's like
already in
it's
the
on
top
top of my
Netflix.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. So yeah, Stephen Yeun taking home the
Yes.
Oscar for supporting actor.
Nice.
He was
Awesome.
great and Sorry to Bother You too.
He's a
He
I
was
do like him.
awesome.
Oh,
and
who
sorry
was
to
it?
bother
Sorry
you.
to bother you.
He's one of the friends.
Yeah.
He's like the guy that
Yeah.
Tessa
Gets with
Thompson
Tessa.
starts seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're moving on to supporting actress, and Hannah, you are up first with your supporting actress nominee.
Oh, I'm really excited about this one. All right. Anne Dow, but not in Hereditary, in American Animals. She's
Ooh.
amazing in American Animals. She's not in it a whole lot, but there's one scene that she's in particular, and she's not really in the scene a whole lot, but the moments that she's on camera, it just like crushes your heart and breaks you down completely and makes you feel like the worst person in the world. Even though you're not the one doing anything to her, you're just witnessing it. Even just for witnessing it and knowing it actually happened, it gets to me. It's a lot to watch.
That's
She's
cool.
Great pick. And then I'm going to be going with. I actually had to look through this a little bit to find my favorite pick, but one that I wanted to make. Oh, well, I'll save it in case someone else picks it. But the one I ended up settling with was Sakura Ando for Shoplifters, just because I think there's a lot of performances that are amazing in that film. And I think this is just one of those where in my head, I'm like, man, I really want to honor Shoplifters in some regard, because that's such a heavy, like, oh, hey, all of us are acting at a high degree, but because, cast, like ensembles aren't, like we don't do ensembles. It sort of left me in a difficult position. So it's like, okay, well, who fits the nominee the best? And Ando is amazing as the mom, and I think she has some standout scenes. But Theo, you are up. What is going to be your nominee?
Yeah. So this is actually really tricky because I feel like I've got a lot of different ones, and it's questionable like which ones of them are like supporting or actress. But yeah, this is gonna be really tough, but I genuinely really actually enjoyed Tilda Swinton in Suspiria.
she's
okay.
great in Suspiria.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah,
so
she's definitely supporting.
I've got to put she is. I was like, there's just like a lot of films that it's like, oh damn, this is because like the favorite. It's
She plays
like,
three characters, so
Yeah.
she's basically a lead. But yeah, I'll be Tilda Swinton for Suspiria.
Nice. And then Eve, what is going to be your nominee?
I'm gonna have to go with my girl Tessa Thompson and Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Yep.
Of course.
Just love her. Every scene she stole it.
Nice. Awesome.
her and her earrings.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
going to say the earrings make the performance. No, but then Evan, you are up. What is going to be your nominee?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to everybody that was gonna do it, but Emma Stone for The Favorite.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
Of course.
So I mean, actually, like I think her and Rachel got nominated, but I think Emma Stone. She was like she was like a big reason why I really enjoyed that movie. She had like so much energy, and it was kind of like all over the place, and it seemed like very different from what she usually does. So
It's kind of like two performances in one.
yeah, exactly. So like I really dug what she did in that movie. So
Awesome.
nominate her.
That was the tricky thing is I was unclear whether she would be like supporting or not in that one.
Olivia
that's-
Colman's lead.
I
Yeah.
understand that's what the
Okay,
Oscars
yeah.
did, but that was so weird for me because I walked out of that movie being like, oh, that's Emma Stone's movie.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
actually.
That's odd.
I can kind of see that, but Olivia
maybe 'cause you
Colman's
started the film with
presence. Yeah, her Olivia
for
Colman's
sure.
presence is like way too much in that movie. Like I feel like it's definitely still really focused on her. So
I was gonna say you start the film on Emma Stone, and maybe that's why a lot of people feel that way. But once you like get into the meat of the movie, it's definitely like Olivia Colman's movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. And then Margot, you're going to finish us out. What is going to be your nominee?
Well, I was gonna say Tessa Thompson, but
Dang.
Whoops.
now I gotta
You
go
can say
into the
Tessa
depths.
Thompson in Creed 2.
No,
She was
I'm
great
gonna-
in Creed 2.
I've
Oh, no.
I haven't seen that, but I'm gonna say Jennifer Jason Leigh in Annihilation. I
Yeah.
thought she did.
Oh, nice.
Good job. Annihilation deserves more love.
You could have picked her. You could have picked Tessa for Annihilation too.
You could have.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't know. Jennifer Jason Leigh was.
Oh yeah,
more
no,
prominent.
yeah.
Okay, so we got Ann Dowd, Sakura Ando, Tilda Swinton, Tessa Thompson, Emma Stone, and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Hannah, what is going to be your pick?
Oh man. Can you read me the nominations?
The films
again?
they're in?
Yeah.
American Animals,
No.
Shoplifters.
I mean like just the nominations.
Oh, Ann Dowd, Sakura Ando, Tilda Swinton, Tessa Thompson, Emma Stone, and Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Dang it, this is so hard. I'm gonna stick with Andow.
Okay. Oh God, I still need to see Suspiria. That's one I plan on watching before the end of the decade, or end of the year, I guess I should say now. But man, I'm having a difficult time not picking Emma Stone, so I think I'm just gonna stick with that. Just because I do walk away from that movie thinking, and I think it goes back to how moved, because you were talking about how it's almost two different performances, and I agree with that. But Theo, what's going to be your pick?
I also just gotta go with Emma Stone. That's where I was conflicted because I was like, oh, well, she's clearly the lead, so I can't really pick her.
Well, yeah, no, it would be in my mind, but I see Emma Stone, and I'm a vote for her.
Yeah, same. So I'm gonna go with her.
But Eve, what is going to be your nominee?
I'm gonna have to go with Tessa still. My girl.
That's completely fine. And then Evan, are you sticking with Emma?
As much as I love Tessa, and especially in that movie, yeah, I'm gonna go with Emma.
Okay, and then Margot, you finish us out. What are you going to pick?
I'm going to Tessa.
Okay, nice. So Emma Stone takes it home. 3-2.
Can't be mad about that.
Narrow race. And we're moving on to lead actor. Oh, this one was a very difficult one. Both lead actor and lead actress. I think there's a bevy of picks here.
I'm gonna be so
and-
mad if someone takes mine.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna be
I'm
lost.
really
I don't-
proud of this pick.
I don't think anybody's going to take mine. I'll go ahead and say that
Watch it.
outright.
Someone's gonna take yours.
This actor to me, so I saw him in a film before in 2017, and I don't think it's the best film ever, but I walked away from it being like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's going to do something. And that film that he eventually did was Blind Spotting, and that blew me away.
Hey!
Oh, come on,
JVD.
dude. That was mine too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
no,
go
I
ahead.
think this guy's incredible. That performance that he gives in Blind Spotting is absolutely fantastic. Just the fear, the comedy, just everything he's playing off of, like, is absolutely incredible. And the thing that bothers me, and in fairness, I wasn't into movies and like in the know in the late 90s. So maybe they weren't talking about Matt Damon and Ben Affleck that much, and we just talk about them now because they're famous now. I think this team of Cassell and Diggs, like it's a modern day Affleck and Damon, and that's so impressive to me, and I can't wait to see what these two do if they come together again. But I just think Diggs is so good. Oh, and the film that I was talking about was Wonder. I think he's
I was gonna ask you if it was Wonder. He's great in that.
yeah, and I didn't even understand.
So
Like
charming.
I was trying to figure out what it was, and I was like, nah, he's just got it. Like I don't know what it is, but he's just got the thing that's charming, and like some people have it.
He's a very inviting person. Like every time he's on screen, I'm just like automatically allured to him.
For sure, yeah. And then Theo, you're gonna be up next, and
Yeah.
apparently I busted two other people's picks. So
Well, no surprise here. I gotta go with I gotta go with my man Clint Eastwood in The Mule. Just kidding.
What?
I'm going
Dude,
with
that was
Matt-
my backup pick, dude. Come on.
I'm going with Matt Dillon in The House That Jack Built.
No surprise
Um,
there.
Ooh.
It's just it's the modern day like pseudo biblical American Psycho that I was hoping for, and it definitely delivered on that very specific niche. So one of my favorite movies, and Matt Dillon just
The thing that 3 people asked for.
I'm just thinking, like, see that movie and you're like, so is he like this in every movie? So yeah, that's gonna be my pick.
No, I love that pick. We have a great group of 2 already. Eve, I kind of think I know what your pick is, but what's gonna be your nominee?
I was gonna say Joaquin Phoenix and Don't Worry, He Won't Get Too Far on Foot. I know a lot of people didn't see it, and I love Gus Van Sant, and I just think, I mean, Joaquin's great in like everything he's in, but this was just really like somebody mentioned earlier with Her, where it's like he's playing a normal person. Like this is kind of weird, but I just love seeing the range that he has. So I'm gonna pick Joaquin for that.
How dare you make me type that long title?
That's good.
That's
a great pick.
I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how the nominees shake up, but I'm a little surprised.
But what did you think I was gonna?
We'll talk about it. I think someone else probably will take it. But Evan, what's your nominee?
I'm gonna pick somebody. Okay. So I'm gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with John David Washington and Black Klansman.
That is a great man. Good group.
Yeah,
I'm ready to disappoint.
Well, the thing was, I was gonna go with Blind Spotting, but the thing is, like, I'm hesitant in picking John David Washington because I really don't care for the film as much as others do, but he is like really, really good in it. He also, similarly to like how Emma Stone, it's just like he has so much energy in that movie to me that like I really think his performance just brings a whole lot to it. Otherwise, like I don't think I would really enjoy it too much at all.
Wait, so what was this movie again?
Black
Klansman.
Oh, Black Klansman. Okay, yeah.
Yep. No, I really like that pick. He gives, especially, I don't know, just all the calls with him. We posted scenes for the Twitter poll for the Decade Fan Vote, and like I go back to that Black Klansman scene like over. I keep watching it because I'm like, oh, I just get giddy because he's so good at playing that.
Yeah, he's really good in that.
Yeah,
movie.
But Margot, what is going to be your nominee?
My nominee's John Cho in Searching.
Yay! That was my honorable mention. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that was like my third
Searching's
pick too.
Yeah, Searching's like my number 3 movie of 2018. Like I thought it was so good, and he was like amazing in it. So he deserves more recognition.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
okay, I'm not stealing this from John Cho at all. But there's this. Oh God, I forget the name of the film. And now I look like a
Dark Web.
doofus. Nope, that's not it, Theo. It's not the film I'm trying to think of.
Is it Leon or something like that?
No, it's the one that's all one shot. Oh, The Guilty.
Oh, yeah.
And that's very similar. I think Cho's and this guy, I think it's some European country, but both those performances rely just on those 2 people emoting and expressing, and I think they're 2 of the best. So it's great that John Cho was nominated. And then Hannah, I'm a little worried because there's someone that like I thought would be nominated, but we'll see. Hannah, what's gonna be your nominee?
No, I have like, oh.
No, that's fine.
Jesus, hey.
I'm sorry.
I'm ready to disappoint.
Rami Malek in.
No, my choice is actually gonna be Michael B. Jordan in Creed 2.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, I think that he's like phenomenal in this movie, and I like swore like up and down that he would actually get some recognition for this because there's scenes in this movie where he's like laying in a hospital bed and like you're fine in the theater, but you like feel like you're in pain just watching him pretend to be in pain. And I don't think the movie is like great, or as great as Creed, but like Michael B. Jordan in it is like way better than he was in Creed. Not saying he was bad in Creed, but like there's like this emotional like step up from what he did in Creed, and here he's just chef's kiss. I know like Sylvester Stallone's Time to Shine was Creed, but Creed 2 is definitely Michael B. Jordan's, and he's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I really like what you were saying because I think we were talking about this. Coogler's a better director, probably. I mean, still wait to see on the guy that directed Creed 2. However, I think one of the things that interests me about Creed 2 is it like ups it in terms of like what they're asking from the characters and acting. But it wasn't necessarily tied together as well as Creed 1. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Michael B. Jordan was tasked with a lot more. Guys, though,
What?
no love for Lakeith.
He was gonna be
Oh,
mine, but
damn it.
I wanted to do John.
Yeah,
Cho, so-
I was trying to let anybody else have their picks, and then nobody picked.
I feel like
Yeah.
the supporting cast in that movie is just so good, though, that sometimes Lakeith kind of gets like
But Lakeith's
Put on the
so
back
good.
I know he's
I
so
was gonna do
amazing, but
him.
like I don't know.
No, we have a good set of nominees. So just to run it back through, David Deegs, Matt Dillon, Joaquin Phoenix, John David Washington, John Cho, and Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to stick with Deegs. Theo, who's going to be your pick?
Damn, I feel bad, but I really just have to stick with Matt Dillon.
Stick with your heart. It's all good. Eve, what is going to be your pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Diggs actually, because I was also gonna pick him, and then alas, but yeah, Diggs for sure.
Evan, what is going to be your nominee?
Yeah, my pick was Diggs, so.
Hey, Margot, what's going to be your pick?
I haven't seen the movie he was in, so I gotta stick with John Cho.
That's perfectly fine. And Hannah, finish us out.
Yeah, as everyone could hear from when Hay announced that he was his pick, he was also my pick. So to be Diggs.
I actually really love that because like when I first I saw Blind Spotting in the theater and it had its initial run and I actually ended up seeing it at the Dollar Theater and it came to the Dollar Theater pretty quick. I'd say it was in the movies for like 2 weeks. And I feel like when I got on Letterboxd, there were like 1 or 2 people I knew that had reviewed it. So like I was like, everyone needs to see this movie. And I feel like everyone that has seen it, like they just keep saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's amazing."
Yeah, I showed my sister who like doesn't really watch movies all that much, and she didn't even know what it was about, and I was like, "No, you'll like it." Like literally, I think that there's like very few films where it's like you can like put them together and be like, these are movies that most likely everyone would like. And Blind Spotting is like one of those movies. Like I feel like I could show it to anyone and they just like fall in love with it. Like it has that just like
For sure.
I don't feel of it that's just like so charming and like brings you in right away. It makes you feel like you're like with these characters like at that time, not like watching a movie.
Definitely get that. And now we're moving on to lead actress. Theo, you are up first. What's gonna be your pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick someone that I'm just gonna vote for someone else because I know she ain't winning. But I have to pick for my girl Zhao Tao in Ash's Purest White.
I have to look this up.
She's just she's Jia Zhangke's muse. She's just like she only appears in all his movies and they're all amazing. And yeah, so I always get swept up in her performances. And there's a lot of other good picks, but yeah, Matt Dillon and Zhao Tao were the 2 instant ones I had.
Nice. And then Eve, you're up. What's gonna be your pick?
Okay, so this movie, it wasn't my favorite of 2018, but I think, as many people have said, this movie was an acting exercise for this actress. So if you watch it, just watch it for her. And she is Julianne Moore in The Gloria Bell. She's just amazing in it. She takes up every scene she's in. Like, it's all about Julianne. And I love me some Julianne, so she's my pick.
Nice. Awesome. That's actually right on Amazon Prime now. So if anybody
Yes, go watch it.
out.
I was a big fan of it, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I throw one thing out? I don't know what it is about trailers about. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out. I don't know what it is about trailers of like middle-aged women, but like they are so bad to me. And like most of the films I've seen, they've turned out to be great. But I remember seeing the 20th Century Woman trailer and being like, that movie looks awful. And then I watched it and I was like, I don't know what they were selling because this movie's great. And I'm assuming that's exactly what Gloria Bell is. But I just remember the trailer with John Turturro and I'm like, this looks bad.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, actually.
But Evan, you are up. What's going to be your nominee?
Okay, I'm just gonna say mine because there's a chance that like some you guys might not pick. So I'm gonna go with Toni Collette for her.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Evan, that was
She was
mine.
my
I'm so
pick.
sorry. I just I don't want to risk it. So yeah.
You can't risk it. That's true.
I can't risk it. Oh, she was amazing. I had a friend that I went with in the theater, and he absolutely hated Hereditary, but he said she was amazing, and I think that just kind of proves that even if you can go into that movie and walking out of it hating it, the acting is incredible, and she just elevates that to a new level.
For sure. Awesome. And then we are going to move to Margot. What's going to be your nominee?
Elsie Fisher in 8th grade.
Nice.
I thought she did real
That's good.
good, especially for a younger actress. I was sold on her performance, and a lot of the empathy that I felt towards the movie was because of her. So I thought she did a great job.
Awesome possum. Hannah, what is going to be your nominee?
My nominee is gonna be Olivia Colman. Honorable mention to Dakota Johnson though, just because nobody said Olivia, that's why I'm going with Olivia. Gotta be safe. But yeah, she's fantastic in The Favorite. There's not really anything else much to say because she's just pitch perfect. She won the Oscar. So happy for her. Great. 10s all around.
Yeah, no, definitely get that. Before I go, I'm definitely going to give a major shout out to Yalitza. Her performance in Roma is really, really something. And then I also think Natalie Portman in Annihilation is very
That was
similar.
my other choice.
Yeah, I think it's similar to Amy Adams in Arrival, and really, really like both those two performances. But with that said, I'm actually going to go with the film that I'm surprised has not been nominated so far. And I'm glad to bust this because I think it's a warm hug of a movie. And I'm going with Kiki Lane for If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, she's
yes.
definitely one of my picks.
And I just think she's so good of an actress here. Stefan James is amazing. They both have so much chemistry together, but that is her movie. And I think that was one of the snubs to me that made no sense to me because I was like, Kiki Lane kills it. And Lady Gaga has a very showy performance, so I wasn't too surprised with that. She is quite good. This was a very loaded year for Best Actress, though. But those are the nominees. So we got Xiao Tao, Julianne Moore, Toni Collette, Elsie Fisher, Olivia Colman. Yep, nailed it. And Kiki Lane. Theo, what is going to be your pick?
I really want to stick with Cao Tao, but I just know this is not a game I'm gonna win. So, I honestly was actually gonna pick. I knew someone would pick Toni Collette, so I'm gonna vote for Toni Collette.
Nice. And then Eve, what is going to be your pick?
I gotta stick with my woman, Julianne Moore. So
Yeah.
That's fair. Even though Theo did not do that, just like an Oscar voter would.
I'm sorry.
Evan, what's gonna be your nominee?
Oh, okay, yeah. Also, real quick, honorable mention. I didn't want to say, but Thomas and Mackenzie in Leave No Trace, and Carey Mulligan in Wildlife. Those were also people that I didn't nominate because they get no votes, but they're also amazing. I'm gonna give it to Toni Collette only because Olivia actually won. So,
of course, yeah. And then Margot, what's gonna be your pick?
Toni Collette.
Oh, that about locks it. Hannah, what's gonna be your nominee or your pick?
Toni Collette.
Yep.
Whoa,
Hannah
it's
did
almost
not go Gloria
guaranteed.
Bell, so that's locked up. I would have stuck with Kiki Lane, but no surprise, Toni Collette winning lead actress after the onslaught of backlash that the Oscars faced for not even nominating her. But Eve, oh boy, I think this one's actually so hard. Eve, you're up first with director. Who are you gonna pick?
Okay, I'm gonna go with my man Spike Lee actually for BlacKkKlansman. I think I haven't seen many of his recent films before this, but so many people feel like this is just big for him because his stuff is really hit and miss. But I think it felt so close to something like Do the Right Thing, and his style is always so evident from the moving dolly shots. He really has it locked down, and in BlacKkKlansman, I think it just brings out what I love about Spike Lee's style. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna pick him.
Great first pick. And then Evan, you're up. What's gonna be your nominee?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Boots Riley for Sorry to Bother You.
Love it.
Yeah, I think it might be just like, yeah, it's really good direction. Like, it's amazing. And I think it's really unique. And he adds a lot of like, it's like personal frustration into the movie, but it's not super evident. Like, it's just very well done. It's really engaging, and like I said, I don't know, it's just really great, especially for a debut.
Do you guys ever listen to interviews on films and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones where like I did some deep diving on the cast, talking about the film, the screenwriters, the editor, all that stuff, just because I was like, how did this film get made? And if you listen to Boots Riley, really smart guy, and I can't wait to see like what else he comes up with, because he's got an interesting mind. But
Yeah.
Margot,
I think it's pretty evident watching the film.
yeah. Margot, you are up. What's going to be your nominee?
My nominee is gonna be Barry Jenkins for If Beale Street Could Talk.
Okay.
Like the acting in that movie was just like really sold it, and I don't think that would have been possible if he wasn't the director. And also, it's just a great movie.
B. Jenks getting another nominee.
Love that for him.
Of course, I think I could be wrong. I actually can't remember. It was either Damien or Jenkins.
I think
know
Damien won.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
Probably.
Damien won because Moonlight won Best Picture, just like the Oscars went, oddly enough. But yeah, no, I love this. And then Hannah, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna go with Bart Layton for American Animals. I like you're just talking about like going deep dives with interviews about the film with like the director and cast and stuff like that. I did that for this movie because I'd never heard about the heist before, and I just didn't know anything about it. And watching the movie, it's like half documentary, half narrative, and they have the actual people who did the heist narrating the film, and I really want to know more about it. And I just think that he had this huge task of weaving those two together and not making it seem clunky and weird, and still presenting it as a narrative instead of mostly documentary. And just everything in the film is just like so perfect, and if anything would have been off, it just would have felt weird and inauthentic. And also, a lot of times for me, it's just like a director has to have that certain touch for a film to have like that like anxiety inducing feeling, and here it's like to the roof on 10 like throughout like the whole film. Basically it's just like an entire like like your nerves are just racking up the entire film. Yeah, and then once it gets to this one part, you think that it's gonna like go down from there because like the big part's over, and then no, it just keeps going, and like I was literally like digging my fingernails into like my like fists the entire time I was watching this movie, and I still do it like every time I watch the movie, even though I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, he's chef's kiss. Want to see him direct more narrative films.
Love to see it. Oh geez, this year is full of great directors, and I actually love all the picks we came up with because they're all very different. Theo, real quick, you're probably going with one of the two that I think you're going with, correct?
Oh, probably. Yep.
Okay, I'm between a lot of people. I just want to throw out some quick honorable mentions. I think Wes Anderson for Isle of Dogs gives a really interesting film. Paul King for Paddington 2. I'm surprised no one went with Yorgos, but maybe it's just because like
he was my second pick.
Yeah, I think he was a lot of people's like second or third. Even Alfonso Cuarón, I think he's in the top 5 for a lot of people. But when you only have one pick, it gets a little bit difficult. It's why it makes this stuff so fascinating. Oh God, Carlos Lopez Estrada for Blind Spotting, I think another one that I mentioned. And then the only other one I'd throw out is Ryan Coogler for Black Panther. Just because I think all those directors did something really special. But with that said, I'm not going with any of them. I am going with Mamaru. Wait, why am I messing up?
Mamaru.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah.
Breathe in, breathe out.
No, but I'm going with Hasada for Mirai, just because that for me, just because of certain circumstances, has become a very personal film, and one that I sort of keep thinking about. And I just think good film or good film directors have that ability to do that. So I think it would be impossible for me not to bring him up. I already brought him up for Boy and the Beast. So yes, I am weaving out and nominating Hosada twice now. But yeah, that's my pick. Theo, which of the two of yours are you going to pick?
All right, so it was gonna be between a director that no one knows or a troll director. So I probably am gonna end up picking. I just gotta pick. Yeah, I gotta pick Be Gone for Long Day's Journey Tonight.
Nice.
It was really tough, but like I think he handles a two structure film really well. I'm actually not sure if anyone else has seen it in our six, but it essentially is divided into two parts, and the second part consists of like a 56 something minute one take that kind of like navigates through a Chinese like village on the outskirts and kind of in a rural area. And like, I mean, it's just a lot of background information, but like it took them 2 months to prepare, and it took like 7 tries before they were happy with it. And like everything else is, it's just so like, if you watch it, I think, I don't know, Barry Jenkins, Wong Kar-wai's soul was split into two, and one half went into Barry Jenkins, and then the other half went into Be Gone. So that's how I feel about it. I just love it.
Nice. So our 6 nominees are Spike. What's up?
Can I say? Okay, I wanted to say this when it was my turn, but I forgot about it. Also, Bart Layton was writing each of the guys who actually did the heist while they were in prison, trying to get like the movie together, and they like communicated like that for a lot of it, and then finally when they got out of jail, they got to start shooting, and I thought that was really cool.
That's not changing my pick, Hannah. The 6 nominees are Spike Lee, Boots Riley, Barry Jenkins, Bart Layton, Hosada, and Be Gone. Eve, what is going to be your pick?
I'm gonna have to go with my man Spike. So that'll be my pick.
Perfectly fair. Evan, what is going to be your pick?
I'm gonna stick with Boots Riley, but I actually do agree. Like, if it hasn't been like come across enough yet, like yeah, Bart Layton actually did make a really like awesome film. It's just the problem was it was marketed very weirdly, but it's actually really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Boots Riley.
They left all the documentary stuff out of it.
Yeah.
And then Margot, what's going to be your pick?
I'm going with Boots Riley.
Oh, nice. And then Hannah, what's your pick?
I wanted to stick with Bart Layton, but nobody else is gonna pick him, so I'm just gonna go with Barry Jenkins.
Nice, great pick. I'm gonna stick with Hosada. And
Man.
Theo, you are sort of the decider.
Wait, sorry. What's it between right now?
Boots Riley has 2. Spike, Jenkins, and Hosada all have 1.
Okay. Well.
But pick whatever you would want to.
I gotta say, well, it'll be the same, so I'll say Be Gone. I'm gonna stick to my guns and have my cake and eat it too, or whatever.
Okay, wow. Okay, so just to get this clear, Sorry to Bother You is nominated 3 times, but not Lakeith, and it won twice. That's awesome.
We love that.
I love this stuff.
I don't know. I actually, yeah.
Why did no one say Lakeith?
I wasn't gonna say any of the cast from that movie, but I think the movie's incredible. But I think it's just like the way it is, rather than like the actors, if that makes sense.
Lakeith has one of my favorite acted scenes, like of this decade. It's up there.
Is it the scene with Armie Hammer?
Yeah, it's a scene in the mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just so
is it
much.
the song too? That's
yeah.
great.
So here's how this is going to work out. For the Best Picture nominees, we got 10 total that we're going to go with. And the only thing we need to consider, the only little thing, is that some of the films have already been nominated for the Decade in Review tourney. So it would make no sense to nominate them here. Of those films include Burning, Hereditary, Roma, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I believe that's it, which is a big chunk of what could be nominated. But with that said, we have to agree on 4 films that we'd all sort of put on. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're cool with Sorry to Bother You being nominated.
Yep.
Chill. Yeah. Good with me.
Okay. What's another, like the favorite? Would that be?
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
would.
down for the favorite.
I
Yep.
like that.
Okay. And oh boy,
Ready Player One.
I'm trying to look at a couple of these other picks.
I know a lot
with-
of them already kind of got.
Yeah, I guess maybe if Beale Street could talk.
I'm honestly fine with that. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
that's
with
what I
Beale
was gonna
Street.
say.
Okay, cool. Then we're left with one together. This went relatively easy. I thought there would be more.
Yeah.
What were the other ones that were already in?
The ones that were already in were Hereditary, Spider-Verse, Roma, and there was one more.
Burning.
Oh, Burning. Yep.
Burning.
Come on.
Gotta rep Annihilation, fam.
I'd actually be
Annihilation,
cool
Best
agreeing as a
Picture.
group on Annihilation.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that, but I know like some people won't be. So
I'm fine with that.
I just like the idea of sci-fi getting into the Best Picture race.
I'm also
every
fine.
year.
I'm also fine with Black Klansman too. Those are my only 2 that I think could make it as a whole. But that's it.
Ooh,
I'm very okay with Annihilation and Black Klansman.
God, which one do I have higher?
I have Black Klansman way lower, but those are the only 2 that I think are like worthy of the spot. I
Does
guess.
Black
anybody
Klansman is my
have any
favorite out of the
like
2.
hard thoughts on Annihilation or Black Klansman?
No.
Oh God, nothing.
I'm like extremely split. They're both very
I've got-
biased picks for me.
I like Black Klansman more than Annihilation, but I'm very okay with both of them being in.
Margot, which side would you prefer?
Annihilation.
Okay, and then Theo, do you lean either way?
I, honestly, not. I don't really have a leaning.
Okay.
I think both are good.
Eve, do you have a lean to this or no?
I have yet to see Annihilation, so Black Klansman.
Oh, gotcha.
Eve,
all right.
Annihilation's gay.
What? Wait a minute.
There's a
Okay,
lesbian in it.
bruh. Now I'm watching ASAP.
So we're left with 6 nominees to come up with, and Evan, you're actually up first. You get your personal pick.
Wait, which one did we choose?
Pan
We
pizza.
picked Black Klansman, correct?
Oh.
I believe. But wait, did we?
I
Did
think
we?
We didn't really
Did
finish
you-
voting. It's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
just kinda listed
me,
what everyone
you and
thought.
me and Theo didn't really give an answer, and I guess Eve didn't either. Really?
I mean, I was leaning towards Black Klansman. Sorry, I didn't make that apparent.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Black
okay.
Klansman.
Even though, like, I'm torn because I like genre films getting into the tourney or getting into the Best Picture race. But yeah, no, I think I'm going to stick with Black Klansman. Evan, sorry to bother you. The favorite, if Beale Street could talk, and Black Klansman have already been picked. What's going to be your nominee?
Okay. Well, consensus is a personal pick, and I'm just gonna throw it out there, even though it's not likely to get anything. Is Minding the Gap?
Oh, nice.
I love that movie.
As long as non-narrative features count, I guess. Since the doc.
Yeah, no, I'll actually Okay, so I'll just peek behind the curtain here. Someone messaged me about this, and I wasn't sure how to answer it because they were like, "Oh, hey, our documentaries in the tourney?" And the reason I said, I think I maybe replied no to them, and I think I was trying to think of any documentaries that would be in the tourney, and up to that point, we were at like 2016. And there weren't any like big documentaries that I was like, oh, this needs to be in the tourney. I think Minding the Gap kind of fits that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that then. I really, really, really love this film. I think it's like incredible, and just everything behind it, like the messages trying to convey, the filmmaking behind it, just like the risks and what they're like tackling, while trying to market itself towards something else. But it all ties in like very well. It's just like an extremely like just touching documentary. And it's also very like relatable. If you
For
grow
sure.
up like anywhere like in the Midwest, it's kind of like you see a lot of things it's talking about. So I'm definitely going with that. Just amazing.
Yeah, great pick. And then Margot, you are up with the nominee. Your personal
Am I allowed
pizza.
to say Annihilation?
Yeah, no, you are allowed to say whatever you want.
Annihilation.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite movies, like, ever. Not even just of 2018. I love Natalie Portman. I love Alex Garland. It's so good.
That was another one. I think Alec Garland, even like weaker years, I think he'd be like a front runner for director, but this year's stacked. But Hannah, you are up. What's going to be your pick?
I'm gonna go with American Animals. Shocker. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's great.
How did we wait? Hold up. I think we messed up something. Oh no, we didn't. Okay, I am up. All right, I'm gonna do something a little crazy. The thing is, I would nominate Mirai, and I'm gonna pull a Theo on this and assume it would get no votes, because it wouldn't. So I'm gonna pick something that probably also will get no votes, but I want it to be in the Best Picture race, just because I think, I don't know, people are probably gonna disagree with me. And to all the haters, keep hating, do whatever you want. But my pick is gonna be Avengers: Infinity War, just because.
Yay!
I just think that movie means something in terms of like what it meant for the franchise, and actually like sort of, to me, putting stakes on this universe in a series that, while fun, like severely lacked them. I know a lot of people love Endgame a whole lot more, but I'm a way bigger fan of Infinity War.
Me too.
Yeah, it's mostly the pacing. I think is way more concise, and it just has such a nice rhythm to it that I think is very hard to ignore, and it has a culmination of about 50 characters. So this is like a Lord of the Rings. Oh, hey, we see you, MCU. But Theo,
there's no major plot holes in Infinity War.
Yeah, that's another plus. But Theo, what is going to be your nominee?
I'm still honestly gonna stick with Long Day's Journey to Night. It's not gonna get any votes, but I really think it is like a revolutionary film. To me, at least. So I'm gonna vote for something else because that's just how it's. But I gotta at least nominate this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, and then Eve, you're gonna finish us out. Your pick.
I'd probably go with Beale Street, but since it's already up there, I'm just gonna put out something that again, I don't think it'll get any votes, but I kind of just want to put it out there, which is High Life, the Claire Denis film,
nice.
because I just thought it was my first Claire Denis. Have not seen any since, but it was weird as hell. Was not expecting any of it, and I kind of loved it. So.
Nice, awesome. So that's going to wrap it up. Our Best Picture nominees are Sorry to Bother You, The Favorite, If Beale Street Could Talk, Black Klansman, Minding the Gap, Annihilation, American Animals, Avengers: Infinity War, Long Day's Journey into Night, and High Life.
Yeah, cool.
This is an interesting group. Yeah,
I told you in advance if you had me on.
I'm not gonna lie. So I think the first four pretty standard. And then you get into the personal picks, and it's awesome because they're so like, oh, someone clearly like just really wanted to nominate this, and that's the fun of this stuff. And also, we were sort of pigeonholed because 2018 has been a phenomenal year, and like 4 films were already picked, and those don't get nominated for the Best Picture, as I mentioned, because they would be a waste of a vote. And that's going to wrap it up. Thank you to my 5 other hosts for doing this.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
That's show business.
Yeah. And if you guys want to participate in the fan vote, that's going to be on our All That Film Pod. You guys can email us at allthatfilm1. If you guys want to see the picks that are already in the tourney, which is going to be decided, or the tourney is going to be picked in January of 2020, because there's not really any films that are releasing for January. Sorry, Kristen Stewart's underwater. But you can do so at allthatfilmpodcast.wordpress.com, and just look in the 2010s tourney section, and you'll see a bunch of great picks. I think we're at 28. I have a video that Angelis already picked the top 5 films of 2017, so that wraps one up. And of course, the fan poll is getting close. We're halfway through about, and the top 10 films there make it in to the tourney as well. So because of that, like, just be on the lookout, because I think I can't even remember the 10 picks that are in right now, but it's really interesting so far. And Phantom Thread is massively leading. But that's going to do it for, that's going to do it for this episode.
That police car is going to arrest us for not nominating Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. Bye.
But
Wee woo, wee woo.
It's actually Boots Riley.